This world is divided. No protectors here, no lanterns. It will fall in his name, but Darkseid. I have turned worlds to dust.
Zack Snyder's Justice League has become one of the most talked about and iconic superhero films of modern cinema, not just because of its story, but because of the journey it took to exist in the first place. This film represents more than a movie. It stands as a moment in pop culture where fans, creators, and studios clashed and eventually came together to release a vision that was once thought impossible. When Zack Snyder originally began work on Justice League, he had an expansive vision of a dark, mythic, and operatic superhero epic that would serve as the cornerstone of the DC extended universe. However, due to personal tragedy and studio interference, he stepped away, and the theatrical release of Justice League in 2017 ended up being something very different, lighter in tone, drastically re-edited and filled with reshoots that deviated from Snyder's original plan. Fans immediately noticed the difference in style and story, and this sparked a movement unlike anything Hollywood had seen before. The campaign to see Snyder's true version became legendary, with millions of fans around the world uniting under the banner of release, the Snyder Cut. What made it so unique was how relentless and creative the movement became. Petitions, billboards, social media campaigns, charity fundraisers, and constant trending hashtags kept the demand alive. For years, both the studio and industry insiders dismissed the possibility of such a version existing or being released, but the fan pressure never stopped. Zack Snyder himself occasionally teased unseen footage and confirmed that his cut was real, fueling even more passion from supporters. Eventually, with the rise of streaming platforms and the changing landscape of movie distribution, the opportunity finally arrived. Warner Bros. decided to take a chance and allow Snyder to finish his vision, giving him the resources to complete visual effects, sound design, and additional elements to bring his version to life. This announcement shook the entertainment world, proving the power of fan voices and persistence. When Zack Snyder's Justice League was finally released in 2021, audiences were stunned by how different it was from the 2017 theatrical version. Running at an epic 4 hours, the film felt grander, deeper, and more cohesive. Every character was given more depth, especially heroes like Cyborg and the Flash, who were sidelined in the earlier cut, but here emerged as central figures in the story. Cyborg's emotional journey in particular resonated strongly with fans, showcasing him as the heart of the team. The tone was darker, the stakes felt more serious, and the villains had a more powerful presence. Steppenwolf, who had been mocked for his design and lack of menace in the original, was reimagined with a completely new look and motivation, making him a far more intimidating adversary. But beyond Steppenwolf, the real shadow hanging over the film was Darkseid, the ultimate DC villain who finally made his presence felt in Snyder's vision. His introduction thrilled fans who had waited years to see him brought to life on screen. The cast returned in full force, with Henry Cavill as Superman, Ben Affleck as Batman, Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, Jason Momoa as Aquaman, Ezra Miller as the Flash, and Ray Fisher as Cyborg. Their performances felt richer within Snyder's version, given the space and tone to shine in ways the theatrical cut didn't allow. The dynamics between the team were more developed, with a sense of mythic weight to their coming together. Superman's arc, in particular, felt far more impactful, with his resurrection leading to a triumphant return that balanced hope with raw power. Ben Affleck's Batman was also portrayed with more depth, shifting from guilt and despair to faith and leadership, embodying the idea of a man determined to unite heroes against a seemingly unstoppable threat. These layered portrayals gave fans the epic superhero saga they had been hoping for all along. The release itself was also historic in how it was consumed. Rather than a traditional theatrical debut, Zack Snyder's Justice League premiered on streaming, allowing fans worldwide to watch simultaneously and experience the long-awaited vision together. For many, it felt like a communal celebration, a reward after years of campaigning. The movie quickly became a cultural moment, dominating conversations across the globe. What stood out most was how complete and cinematic it felt, even though it was delivered in an unconventional way. Snyder's signature style, epic slow-motion sequences, bold visual compositions, and operatic music choices was present throughout, reminding viewers why his vision had attracted such devotion.